In this lesson, I'm going to describe the ideal link method, though not necessarily the easiest. This method is recommended by Google, recommended by many in the SEO business, and yet perhaps the least often used: link bait. The ironic thing is that link bait sounds like some kind of trick, but it's really not. Link bait means that you create something on your website that people want to link to. The content attracts links, like the bait on a hook attracts a fish. It might be something interesting, funny, entertaining, useful. Whatever it is, people want to link to it. So if you let a small number of people know about it, they link to it, then others find it, and they link to it, and so on. Another term might be viral links. In effect, once the content is released to the world, the content itself generates links without you having to do much about it. What is this content? Well, it could be text, of course, an interesting article perhaps. But in this context, it could also be video perhaps, or audio, or animation, an infographic maybe, or anything else you can put in a web page. We're not talking about on-page optimization now, we're talking about off-page and getting people to link to your site, so the bait itself doesn't have to be text. Examples are easy to come by. Any successful news or article site is, in effect, publishing link bait. Not every article gets linked to, but some will strike a nerve. People will link, others will follow the links and link on their own sites and blogs and so on. Of course, this is really hard to do for most websites. If you're selling rabbit hutches, what can you do that is so interesting, funny, entertaining or useful that people will start linking to it? Well, with a little thought, you might be able to come up with something. I'm not in the rabbit hutch business. In fact, I know little to nothing about rabbits. But perhaps your site could have a directory of rabbit breeders. Maybe you could try content curation, in which you gather snippets of information from around the web, things that you know people are going to find interesting, linking back to the source sites. You could become a center of rabbit-related news. Maybe an illustrated guide to the dozens of different species of rabbits and cavies. Maybe you could set up classified ad software and allow rabbit lovers to sell things to other rabbit lovers. Whatever it is rabbit lovers may have to sell, I don't know. Or perhaps you could set up rabbit forums and become a popular place for rabbit owners to hang out and chat with each other. Perhaps you could host a video library, allowing rabbit lovers to post videos of their pets. Or maybe you could create a library of high-quality articles about rabbits, even opening the library up to other people to post their work. With a little thought, you may be able to come up with something, and once you have, you need to let people know about it. Announce in social media and forums. Ask friends and colleagues to tell their friends and colleagues, and so on. You have to prime the pump to let people know about it so they'll start linking to it, and if it is really enticing in some way, the links will start rolling in. So, yes, you may be able to create link bait, but in many cases sites don't need to. As I've discussed before, it often comes down to the competitiveness of your market. Many sites can use the techniques I've described earlier and get plenty enough links without getting into the link bait business, without having to come up with something so cool that the page itself just generates links for itself. On the other hand, this lesson is in a section called When You Still Need Links. So if you still need links, well, maybe you do need link bait.